Hi, today we're going to talk about how we can create PDFs completely in automation right inside Notion database. As you can see in the background, I have got a bill of lading Notion form. So once the user fills in all the details in this particular form and they click on submit, the bill of lading responses get captured onto the responses view that we see over here. I have two dummy responses created beforehand, and I'm looking to create an automation system wherein I can create PDF files once we capture the responses in the responses view. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. PDF Output will help us create PDF files on automation with the help of a Google document and a Notion database. You can use this automation to create reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, quotations, or anything that you require at scale in your business. So let's click on Create PDF and quickly sign in over here, and then I will explain how the entire automation will work. As you can see, I have already signed in, and the first thing which I need to do is I need to add a Notion database which I'll be using for the automation setup. Once I add the database, I need to connect it with a Google document which we'll be using for the template purpose. And finally, I can map all the properties of the database onto the document to create the PDFs completely in automation forever. So let's click on Add Notion Database, and let me copy this database title which I have on my Notion workspace. So I can simply copy this title, and then we will add it to the Notion selection screen. So click on next over here. You have two options. You can go with a default template which I have provided beforehand. This will create a duplicate Notion database on your workspace, which is ideal for testing purposes. But we do not want to test it, rather we want to use it properly. Click on select pages, and this will allow you to add your own database. And now what you can do is the thing which you have copied from your Notion workspace, just enter the database title inside this search pages field, and it will automatically show the database to you. Let me click on this and it gets added, which you can see over here, and it has automatically been added for our use case. My recommendation to you is whenever you're adding a database, simply copy the database title and put it inside the search pages to properly add the database. Do not add the database by selecting these top level pages over here, because sometimes the databases do not get added correctly and the experience may also will not be smooth to you. So always and always add the database by entering the database title inside the search pages. Besides this, if your database is connected through relation and roller properties to other databases, so let's say my bill of lading form is connected to database A and database B over here, I need to add database A and database B as well inside the search pages. That will allow me to get the relation and roller properties onto the PDF file, and the PDF created will have all those properties intact. So make sure you are adding the main database. You're also adding any relational databases which you're using inside the search pages field to get all the properties onto the PDF files. So having considered this, let's click on allow access. And now it's time to get access to the database to create the PDFs. So let's wait for a few seconds as it is loading the database. And if you click on the drop down, your database should appear over here. If it is not appearing, simply click on reload databases once or twice. The database will automatically appear over here. Okay. You can even refresh the page once to be able to reload the database correctly. So let me select the bill of lading form. And if you scroll down, you will be able to see all the database properties appear over here one below the other. So let's wait for a few seconds, and now you can see all the properties of the database that we have over here is appearing inside this field, which we can use to map onto the document and to create the PDFs. So let me click on add Google document, and you have two options. If you already have any existing document, you can add it through this interface, but I do not have any such document available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on add demo document, and it will create me a demo document which I can use for the automation setup. So you can see it has automatically created me this demo file, and let me remove this top portion which I do not need, and I already have all these placeholders intact. So if you see the database, we have shipper information. It is automatically mapped with this particular field. Okay, so when the PDF file will be created, it will replace all the values that you see inside double curly brackets with the same properties that we have in the database, and it will fetch all these values, and it will create a PDF automation for that. Okay, so if you want to map any of the properties onto the document, you can click on copy over here. So let's say it will copy the date value, and you can simply go to the document and paste it anywhere. So you can use Control V or Command V to paste it, and the properties are correctly mapped onto the document. So you can copy likewise any field specifically, and you can paste it onto the document over here. So you can use your existing document to use this automatic mapping, and create the PDF files. I'm going to use this format and I will generate the PDF file as per that. Once this is done, the next thing is we need to define the PDF file name. So you can define the PDF file name using any of the column over here. I want to generate the PDF as per the consignee information. So I can select consignee information from here, which is automatically selected. All the PDFs will be created by this particular name. Besides this, if you scroll to the right side of the database, you have these two additional columns, generate PDF and PDF file. Any record which is marked as ready to generate will be turned into PDF and the PDF will be stored right inside the PDF file. So make sure you are setting the record as ready to generate when you're going to generate the PDFs. Having considered all of this, let's click on download PDF and now the PDFs will start getting downloaded right inside the PDF file section. So let's wait for a few seconds. It is going to generate the PDF onto our downloads folder, as well as it will create the PDF file right over here for our reference. So you can see it has marked as completed and the file has been created over here. Let me click on this to open up the particular document, and you can see all the fields have automatically been mapped, fetching the values from the database. So you can design your document in any way that you want, and you can create the PDF file as per that requirement. Okay. So this is the beauty of using the tool. Now the next thing is you can click on setup Notion automation, and it will now forever automate the documents for your requirement. This means you do not need to come back to PDF output ever again and repeat this entire process to set up the PDF files. All you need to do is simply, whenever a new submission is created from here and it is added to the database, you need to simply mark the records as ready to generate, and the PDF file will be created right over here in the PDF file section. So this eliminates the need to use PDF output again and again manually to create the PDF file, as everything happens on an automated manner and the PDFs are stored right inside this particular column. So whenever a new record is added, simply mark it as ready to generate and the PDFs will be created right over here in the PDF files. So I hope this entire explanation was helpful to you. If you still have questions, use this chat bubble at the bottom and send me a message on your queries. Or else you can use the contact section that is present at the bottom of the home page, wherein you can contact me with any of the issues that you might be having. You also have a